5,000 years ago, somewhere in the northwestern regions of India, existed a civilization so advanced that even today, modern-day scientists are struggling to unearth its mysteries. This was the Indus Valley Civilization. They had well-planned cities, sophisticated waste disposal systems, and an unmatched quality of life. So what made this ancient civilization so advanced? And how did they live so ahead of their times? You'll be surprised to know that even today, their cities are way more advanced than most of the cities we live in today. Welcome to our channel. And today, let's explore the incredible plumbing system of the Indus Valley Civilization. At its peak, the Indus Valley Civilization spanned over a vast area that would put many modern metropolises to shame. Cities like Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro, and Lothal were not just centers of trade and commerce, but also boasted some of the most ingenious urban planning and infrastructure, especially when it came to their plumbing systems. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into these ancient marvels and find out what made them so special. But before we begin, save this video for future reference and share it with a friend who loves history. It was a time when most civilizations were just getting started. The Mesopotamians were busy creating the first known system of writing, and the Egyptians were just starting to build their early pyramids. But in the Indus Valley, people had already figured out the secrets of urban living. Their cities, laid out in a grid pattern, were among the first to have straight lines and right angles. Can you imagine? And let's talk about those bathrooms. In a time when open defecation was the norm, the Indus people had indoor toilets with beautifully designed brick drains. These toilets were not just convenient, but were also connected to a network of underground sewers that would put our modern-day sewage systems to shame. Unlike the open sewers of other ancient civilizations, the Indus people built covered drains to keep the streets clean and the air fresh. These drains were not just functional, but were also built with manholes for easy access and maintenance. Talk about being ahead of your time! But it gets better. The Indus people also built public bathrooms with multiple toilets and bathing areas. These bathrooms were located in public spaces, making them easily accessible to all citizens. Now, that's what I call a community effort. And let's not forget about their water management system. The Indus people built elaborate networks of canals and reservoirs to bring water into their cities. They also built rain harvesting systems to collect rainwater and store it for later use. This ensured that their cities always had a steady supply of clean water, making them some of the first urban planners to think about sustainability. They also built large public baths, some of which were used for ritual bathing. These baths were made of brick and were beautifully designed with intricate patterns and decorations. Some baths even had changing rooms and separate bathing areas for men and women. The Great Bath at Mohenjo-Daro is one such example. This massive structure was likely used for ceremonial purposes and was built with waterproof bricks to prevent leakage. The bath was also connected to a network of drains, ensuring that the water could be easily drained and cleaned after use. But it wasn't just about the plumbing. The Indus people also developed innovative technologies to meet their water needs. For example, they developed techniques to desalinate seawater, which allowed them to use the ocean as a source of fresh water. They also built boats and ships that allowed them to transport goods and people across the Indus River and its tributaries. This helped to connect different parts of their empire and facilitated trade and cultural exchange. Now here's the thing. All of this was done thousands of years ago, long before modern technology and tools were available. The Indus people achieved all of this through innovation, hard work, and a deep understanding of their environment. They studied the patterns of rainfall, the flow of rivers, and the behavior of animals to develop their technologies and farming methods. They also developed new tools and techniques for construction, such as the use of baked bricks and new methods of irrigation. But perhaps most importantly, the Indus people had a strong sense of community and shared responsibility. They worked together to build public works projects and to maintain them over time. They also developed a system of governance that helped to ensure that everyone's needs were met and that the city ran smoothly. Sadly, the Indus Valley Civilization mysteriously vanished around 1800 BC, but their legacy lived on. The innovations and inventions of the Indus people had a profound impact on the development of human civilization. Their achievements in urban planning, engineering, and sustainability continue to inspire us today. As we look to the future and face the challenges of building sustainable and resilient cities, the lessons we learn from the Indus people will be more relevant than ever. Tell us in the comments below what you found most interesting about the Indus Valley Civilization. And don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching!